Hello guys, I'm down here. You see me? Ooh, how's it going? Hey guys, Bushcraft family has a good show today. Get ready, he'll be here in just a moment. Goodbye!
Hey guys, Bushcraft family back again with another video. Porch talk, on the swing, whatever. I forget what I used to call this. It's about the time to where I can actually come outside and enjoy the morning and whatnot. And might as well sit down and have a conversation with you guys. Like old days when people used to sit around the porch swing, just talking about life, you know, memories and things. Now you might hear some people mowing the grass, cars going by or whatnot. It's one of those things. Unfortunately, I don't drink coffee anymore and try to only drink so much tea. Main beverage is water nowadays. And water. We tend to forget about water. A lot of preppers, they talk about it, you know, just kind of talk about it. But a lot of preppers, they do grow gardens and whatnot, and they forget that, you know, plants need water too. Prepping for you know, your gardens and stuff like that. Like where I'm at, this city does not allow you to have rain catchments. So what is a person to do that has to plan for something like that? Yeah, they can kind of do it illegally, or they can plan for these things. Myself, my plan is I have water stored in a basement, which is good. It's a dark, cool place. Chances are it would survive a long time down there. There are other ways of catching rain that doesn't so much call it a rain catchment. There are other ways, and that's little things that you tend to try to think about. Hope this mic doesn't sound too weird. I do have it, like, you know, under my beard. Sometimes my beard hairs might rub it or something, but I noticed doing a video. You'll probably see it tomorrow or whatnot. But vehicle, see what I mean? for a block road, brick road at that, this place gets so much traffic. But yeah, I was listening to my voice, and sometimes it kind of sounded like my voice was sped up a little bit. So hopefully you can tell the difference, the quality and everything. Because when I use, I'm not a rich person. I don't have, you know, the camera gear or anything. So I use my cell phone, and I got this little thing. It's a wireless microphone. you plug one in into your cell phone, and you hook the other one up to yourself somewhere, and you can go away from the camera a bit, so you can get a wider view, or if you're doing something like the garden work I was doing, and you don't have to be, crammed right up to the camera. You don't you don't like look up people's noses and things like that, because a lot of times people use these cameras and they're so close to your face, and it's like, oh yeah, I don't want to be that close sometimes. You know what I mean? So I feel it's a lot better, and I don't have a wire, because I actually have a wired mic too that I plug in and hook on. But yeah, it's only 6 feet long, and by the time it gets to you, you don't have wiggle room and all that. Yeah, I did the had a premiere. I don't know how it went over. Sometimes when I set to a subject, I want to keep to a subject. I kind of veer off sometimes, and sometimes it's good, and sometimes it's not. But a couple of points that I wanted to make on that video was, people. It's always good to revisit the past, as in history. Um, there are shows out there now that you can watch about the Depression, how they survived and whatnot. I think those are very, very important things. Not only do you learn a few things that may help you survive in the future, but you also learn how they had to deal with things back then. Um, and it's always good to, kind of keep that era alive for others. Cats are banging at the door. And, the past few weeks, I kind of been pushing the whole, how did the people in the Depression survive, and things that they did, and things that they ate, and stuff like that. Kind of get it into people's thoughts and stuff. Even if you just came for the entertainment or something on a live or something, um, uh, just a fraction of that kind of lingered into your brain a little bit and made you think a little bit. Uh, Being on 101s last week, there was a lot of talk about, you know, the bad times and whatnot that are coming. And I know there's a lot of negative talk about it and whatnot. But even if things are very dire and whatnot, you always want to keep the thought of keep going, because once depression sets in, once you start getting that negative decline, the more you decline, the faster you go down. It is so hard to come out of something like that. Anytime something happens, bad things happen to everybody. Anytime something bad happens, you gotta keep going. Um, there's Like I said, once you get them thoughts in your mind, that doubt. That doubt can be one of the worst things for a human to overcome, is doubt. Once you start doubting yourself for one thing, it lingers into everything you do. You could be doing one thing and planting these plants. One plant is starting to do bad, and you start doubting yourself. Maybe I'm not set to be a gardener. I can't do this. It's pretty soon that doubt's going to linger, and then one season you'll go out there and, well, I think I'll just plant tomatoes because those are the easiest to grow. And then next year you just don't plant anything because you have that doubt in your mind that you can't do it. And then you don't have a garden. Pretty soon weeds take over where your garden used to be. And that's what doubt does. And we're going to have a bit of noise. Everybody bringing in our trash cans. Once that doubt comes in, sorry. Once that doubt comes in, it's very hard to get rid of. That's why I try to find something good in every negative thing. There has to be something good comes out of something. And sometimes it's very hard to find those things. But you have to, And the more you make excuses and how bad this was, and you make an excuse about that, and it just keeps going down. You want to go up. And you have to look at yourself as a miracle. Just to combine, the DNAs and how baby's made and everything, how that just happens, and how you are made, how you are born, how you survive, and things as growing up. That is, life is a miracle. And why do people want to diminish that miracle with doubt and things like that? Well, guys, I think I don't want to do these too long. I don't want to bore people too much with these sitting out in the swing, but I think we're going to end it here. I know we're kind of all over and whatnot, but that's what we used to do on the porches and stuff. We used to sit down. Sometimes a neighbor come by and sit down and just talk about whatever. Well, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this. And even though they tell you, not to say this, but God bless you.